10 minutes. Average heart rate 126. Workout average pace 10 minutes 13 seconds per kilometer. Zone 1.
Well, good morning. This is Carlos. We have been inundated with fog. Not fog, smoke. Smoke from the fires in California, Washington, and Oregon. My thoughts go out to all those poor people, including my son near Seattle, my friends in the area. It is bad, to tell you the truth. I think they rated it, the pollution level is above 10.
Time 11 minutes. Average heart rate 111. Workout average pace 10 minutes 6 seconds per kilometer.
So rather than get a lot of flack from Norma for exercising in the smoke, I decided that I would just hike instead. I'm going to go to the top of Arbutus Mount, which is a small hummock on the side of Mt.Douglas. It's going to be a 5-kilometer round trip, so about an hour. I started this recording at 10 minutes in, so I will keep track of that. As I get into the quieter area of the forest, I will turn the music down because I can hear already that it's a little bit loud.
Average heart rate 106. Workout average pace 10 minutes 4 seconds per kilometer.
So if I do 5K in an hour, that would be 12-minute pace per kilometer. 5 12s a 60. That's an hour. Alright, so very soon I'm going to be turning off Robin Wood Drive and onto the trails at the Weir. Still haven't thought of a title yet. Norma said that she would go down to Oak Bay today to the cycle shop and buy some toe clips for her pedals for her e-bike, so she can use a little bit of the upstroke as well as the downstroke to power herself along.
Time 13 minutes. Average heart rate 104. Workout average pace 10 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
I'm now on the gravel, as you can hear, just behind the Weir. I crossed the Weir twice in the next 20 seconds. I cross it first to the right, and then I take a left and then cross it from the left. Alright, this is the quiet zone. So that's it, I've turned it down a little bit. I can still hear Samantha. So this is the Weir. The Douglas Creek watershed encompasses most of the Gordon Head local area. Roads, driveways, and roofs are impervious surfaces that occupy 37% of the watershed. Water drains from these impermeable plains and travels through the storm water system to the park boundary and into the creek channel about 20 meters upstream of the Weir. Yep. Alright, so now I start climbing. Not appreciably yet. I would still be jogging, but I'm not. I'm hiking today. I have my jeans on. These are pretty noisy shoes on this kind of trail. The gravel is noisy. So wrong with you, it hurts me too. I have to cross the road in a second. And then it's plain sailing, pretty much.
Time 15 minutes. Average heart rate 109. Workout average pace 10 minutes 6 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, so I'm still above my 12-minute pace. But once I start hiking in earnest, that pace will drop to around 14 minutes per kilometer. Well, the zone changes seem to be accurate so far. So wrong with you, it hurts me too. I can see the sign for Mt.Douglas Park now. This is the main Churchill Drive parking area. Very well used.
Average heart rate 119. Workout average pace 10 minutes 8 seconds per kilometer.
Alright. 10 minutes 8. I'm still flying along here. Let me just get across here while Neil Young introduces his next tune. I'm safe. Getting back to this smoke pollution, I mean, sure enough, it is unclean air. But I think a lot of us in our youth were smokers, and this is no worse really than smoking a joint and then going for a run, to tell you the truth. It's just for non-smokers. This is unusual pollution for them. If you grew up in a household of smokers, you would have been exposed to this every morning at breakfast. They're suggesting not to exercise vigorously in these conditions. I can see that point. But for a smoker exercising, this would not even be an issue. But the health people have to give that warning. Okay, so now I'm unknown. Officially, I will stay unknown until I get to Arbutus Ridge. This is a nice, peaceful trail. Nice, peaceful trail. This is the kind of trail that by now I would be hiking it, even if I was out on a run. You learn pretty soon how to conserve your energy, especially if you have any plans of running longer than a few hours. Excuse me. Okay, so the last call out from Samantha was 18 minutes. Neil Young, Canadian.
Time 19 minutes. Average heart rate 60. Workout average pace 10 minutes 16 seconds per kilometer.
Okay. Sugar Mountain. I do have my good camera with me, so I should take advantage of this fact and take some good pictures. Not my super good camera, that's too heavy. I've just brought my point and shoot. Alright, time for the first photograph. Got a couple of extra zips to deal with today. I brought a different fanny pack. I brought my fanny pack for my big camera because it has room for my smaller camera. Has room for my smaller camera. Hi. Okay. Unless you want to be in my picture. Alright. She's off jogging away happily in the fog. Workout resumed. So now I have to start factoring in the pause, the auto pause factor, because Samantha is calling the tune.
Average heart rate 59. Workout average pace 10 minutes 23 seconds per kilometer.
I can't believe my heart rate just yet. It seems a little weird, a little on the low side. It was going fine when I was on the flat, but now it's starting to give me less than accurate readings, I should say. Sugar Mountain. That's a good title for today. Sugar Mountain. Sugar Mountain. I've never used that one before. Come on, Samantha, give me some news. I want to hear if my heart rate can be trusted.
Time 21 minutes. Average heart rate 72. Workout average pace 10 minutes.
72 is a bit low. I hear some activity. Hello. Hi, come through.
Thanks. We've got dogs, puppies.
Off you go. Quick, quick. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
No,
Keep
go,
going.
go, go.
Keep going.
Don't jump. No.
Not everybody wants to play.
No, exactly. Go.
Have a good hike.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Workout resumed.
Couple of puppies. Alright, so now after that little close encounter with the dogs, I'm not even sure if I'm on the right trail. Let me see. I shouldn't really be going down at this stage. Pretty soon I will see where I should be going. Yeah, I should be going to the left, not to the right. Anyway, it's going to make the hike a little bit longer.
Average heart rate 64. Workout average pace 10 minutes 25 seconds per kilometer.
No, I can't really believe the heart rate anymore. So I will deactivate that issue. Here we go. Now I'm going the right way. Let me just deactivate the heart rate announcement. In future, I won't be listening out to errors from her. Alright, that's been toggled off. Actually, this isn't a bad route. Now that I've taken the turn, this is a slightly easier approach.
Time 23 minutes. Workout average pace 10 minutes 37 seconds per kilometer.
Still under 11 minutes per kilometer. It really goes to show my hiking has improved greatly. So up I go. 15 on the clock. Not sure why I had a zone 1 then. Thought I'd turn that off.
Zone 2.
Maybe it is correctly adjusting to my climbing. If it goes to zone 3, I will tend to believe it.
Time 24 minutes. Workout average pace 10 minutes 37 seconds per kilometer.
Still climbing. Still climbing. That's what I mean about. That's what I mean about having inaccurate
Zone 1.
readouts. They're just distracting. All right. Final push to the summit.
Zone 2.
I was debating whether to plug in,
Zone 3.
you see, to plug in my heart rate monitor to charge. Now I figured now.
Time 25 minutes. Workout average pace 10 minutes 51 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, I've done it. I have achieved my goal. I've earned myself a little bit of a effort break here. I'll take a photograph. This is quite a good spot, even in the fog. This will be when Samantha starts to get out of sync with
Zone 2.
Sony.
Auto pause.
All right. I'll make it a video trailer for my episode.
Zone 1.
So this is the top of Arbutus Mount on a smoky day where I decided not to run for the sake of my lungs. Just trying to find the right trail. This is it here. It goes to the right and then goes up to the lookout point where there will be very little lookout today. Up I go. I might actually put the heart rate announcement back on because my zone changes are good. They're what I would expect for this kind of effort. But for some reason the numbers weren't sounding right.
Time 26 minutes. Workout average pace 11 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
Alright, so this is the top of this little Arbutus Mount. And this is the Running Jackal signing off on Sunday, on a smoky Sunday. Bye bye. Alright, so I put that away.
Auto pause.
I know I have an extra 3 minutes to kill up here, which I won't kill up here. I will check my timing. I'm up to 20 minutes. I will start to head back, knowing that I can go just a little bit slower now that I know that I did. I said nid. I almost said mid. Now that I know that I did the uphill leg in less than 30 minutes. By rights, I should be able to do the downhill in about the same. So I will probably take a slightly longer route back just to stay away from the noise a little longer. Yep. I can go right down this one
Zone 2.
to Norn. Back again to Norn. And then
Time 27 minutes. Workout average Average pace 11 minutes 14 seconds per kilometer.
I have to choose how to extend this walk by an extra 4 minutes to give me the hour that I need. I can either go longer or slow down, so my choice is going to be to go longer. I'm going to take another photograph here because there's some blowdown. There goes a couple of runners.
Zone 1.
There they go. 2 with masks, 1 without, and 1 dog. They're not exactly dancing in the street. Yep. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do once I get back onto Norn is check on the voice recorder so I can predict where I'll be when I finish this episode. So the camera goes away, probably for the last time today. I have enough photographs of foggy trees now. 28 minutes, she says. 21 on my clock. Almost 22. So I've got another little while to go. I don't want to shirk my duties as narrator too early. Alright, zone 2 on a downhill. That's encouraging. That means I'm working it. So my pace will stay good. Yep, sometimes my heart rate fluctuates a bit in the beginning, and I have to remember walking as a beginning is pretty easy on the heart.
Time 29 minutes. Workout average pace 11 minutes 16 seconds per kilometer.
Alright, this is where I joined in. See, now I'm getting wacky readings again. Let me just take off the zone changes, and then I'll be a little more calm. Alright, so no more heart rate. No more chat about heart rate. I promise. As I elbow my way through the chest-high salal bushes on either side of me. Yep, down, down, down I go. Back towards the noise.
Time 30 minutes. Workout average pace 11 minutes 14 seconds per kilometer. Halfway to your goal.
So halfway to my goal, having heard a lot of good audio updates from my friends. The Extra Mile podcast was out this weekend. What else? Jim's put out another little show. He seems to be posting a little more regularly now. At least one a week. I guess, excuse me, I guess we have his new dog, Riley. We have her to thank for this added enthusiasm for short episodes. I'm going to cross the road in a second and take the little turn-off, which will take me past Arbutus Ridge. Not what I'm saying. Excuse me, no, I'm not doing that crossing, because that would be a shortcut at this stage. Smoke's getting to me now. Yep, if I don't cross over, I'll be away from the noise a little more. a little longer away. This will probably get me to Harvest Lane. Around the world, dancing in the street.
Time 32 minutes. Workout average pace 11 minutes 8 seconds per kilometer.
So going up Arbutus Mount barely impacted on my pace because it was just a 500 meter excursion from the main trail. It was steep, but because I'm hiking anyway, it was not a major change in pace, just a slight slowing down. That's all. Yep, I'm going to go back via Harvest Lane, which would make it about 800 meters to a kilometer longer than my shortest possible route. It's a pair of earplugs, the kind that you wear if you were working a chainsaw, that kind of earplugs. Crossing the main parking area at Mt.Douglas Park for the second time, as I head across this time to the continuation of Whitaker on the other side. Yes, Whitaker it is. This has one downside, it's quite a popular trail, so I might have a little more interaction with other people. So yeah, Sugar Mountain. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, they'll call it Sugar Mountain.
Workout average pace 11 minutes 6 seconds per kilometer.
Now, if I look up, I see the trees poking their fingers up at the sky, up at the smoke. I'm not sure what YouTube will do with this episode. There are some tunes that I have not checked if they are copyright friendly. This one probably wouldn't be, especially if it's a live version, a studio version I should say. That is the copy that the record company would hold on to and protect the rights of. Live shows aren't always copyright protected because sometimes the recording studio might have a better version than the one I have from an MP3 file from one of my various sources for Live Dead. Now he's gone. Like a steel locomotive rolling down the track. Steam. This reminds me of the day after Bonfire Night, November the 5th in England. My neighborhood used to smell just like this after all the fireworks. Yep, I'll be below 11 minutes again pretty soon before I even get off the trails, the mountain trails. I'm going to be pushing on after Harvest Lane, but basically that is when I will pull the plug on the recording. I have two friends visiting from Kelowna, but because of the COVID and all the rest of it, they've decided to lie low and do their genealogy thing. That's why they came over. It's a shame. I would have liked to have seen them on a better day with less smoke and less COVID in the air. We would have got together for sure. Bob and Eric. What I didn't know was that Bob has many ancestors buried here in Victoria at the Ross Bay Cemetery. Pretty sure, like many island people, families, that when the kids got older, a lot of them went to the mainland for the work, which is probably what happened to Bob's ancestors. The second generation could have moved on. Just saw a runner, but he was too far behind me to stop. Unless he comes my way, which he might well do. Hello. Hi. Hello, dog. As I pass the back end of a golden retriever, he's deciding whether to leave the park with his owner and friend or to stay in the park just a minute longer. Same old, right in a train ditch. All these intricate lyrics are thanks to what's his name now? Robert Hunter, I should say. He died 2019, I believe. He wrote almost 60% of all the Grateful Dead songs. He was a poet and not a particularly talented musician, but an excellent wordsmith. He needed Jerry to put his words to music. Some of the tunes he does perform, but I believe he performs his poetry with his rendition of the Grateful Dead's version. Obviously, he might have extra verses to add. He wrote the damn thing. Anyway, so 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Let me check in a second. I've got 20 minutes to get home, which I can do. I'll probably turn the music off as I leave the park here and check on the recording for time. Alright, off goes the music. And let me see how long I have been recording. I'm guessing about 31 minutes. Let me peek. 34 minutes, 25, wow. Yep. I can finish this run in an hour, and this hike I should say. I can finish.
Workout average pace 11 minutes 1 second per kilometer.
I can finish this recording in 3 minutes. 3 or 4 minutes will take me onto San Juan, almost up to Shelbourne Street, which is really the only noisy section I still have to do. So, away goes the phone, back inside my sweater, and Looking forward to uploading this episode once I get home. And there's a man with his little kid. Oh, I see what it is. He's got his exercise. He's got his bike with the child's seat on it. And the kid's stepped off.
Time 42 minutes. Workout average pace 10 minutes 58 seconds per kilometer.
He's so close to the playground, he doesn't even know it.
I know.
This way, the playground's over here. Look, this way. Yes, good boy. Yeah, that's the Harvest Lane playground that he's heading for. But his dad brought him here on the back of his bike. Hello. Yeah, Harvest Lane. The people who live there are all quite wealthy because this subdivision was advertising these houses at around $1 million each, and there's 20 in there. About 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, more like 15.
Time
15
43
houses.
minutes. Workout average pace 10 minutes 59 seconds per kilometer.
You see, I'm under 11. I've been up, a small mountain, and I'm now less than a mile from home. That's what I like about living here. You have access to all the places you might want to go to without having to drive anywhere. I tell you, most of the non-pedestrian miles that I do are on my e-bike. I haven't been on the bus since the new year, basically, before we went on our trip to Uruguay. That was about the last time I took a bus. That was pre-COVID. So I haven't been on a bus in 7 months. Norma has to renew her driver's permit. She has to go maybe tomorrow.
Time 44 minutes. Workout average pace 10 minutes 58 seconds per kilometer.
10:58. It's a shame that the heart rate nonsense was at the beginning there, because I could have kept a little calmer if I hadn't had to deal with that situation. Mind you, I don't know. I'm hard pressed to know why I have any listeners. But I seem to have a few loyal friends that keep me going as I approach Shelbourne Street. I will peek one last time. Oh dear. I've gone over my limit. 38 minutes. So bye-bye.